No, there ain't no stopping us. Fly without boarding pass. Couldn't catch me, I be moving fast.
YouTube, what's going on? My name is Dylan Ray, and today we're going to be doing a Q&A video. If I can get my computer going. Here we go. Alright, let's jump right into it. How old are you? I am 22 years old. Where are you from? I am from the very cold center of Wisconsin. What are your hobbies? I enjoy playing and listening to music, playing Xbox, photography, video editing, making videos on YouTube, stuff like that. Do you play any instruments? Yes, I do. I have a guitar that I play every now and then. It is a Paula Allender, Paul Reed Smith signature guitar. Do you have any animals? I do. I have a pug who is a purebred pug. He's black. His name is Gerald. His nickname is P-U-G-G. And I also have two small black cats. But my girlfriend has a bajillion and 2 animals, so, you know, they're all at her place, though. How long have you been creating YouTube videos? On this channel, it's only been around for about 3 months, but I used to, back in 2011, create YouTube videos mainly for gaming things like trailers and montages, stuff like that. Did that for about 2 years, something that I really enjoyed, but I couldn't find myself to really sit down and grind out like I wanted to, so I kind of took a break from it and just did what I had to do for the time being, but I'm kind of getting back into that mode where I just want to make YouTube videos again, so that's what I'm doing. Where does your inspiration come from? And what do you enjoy most about being a YouTuber? Now this question actually comes from another YouTuber. His channel is 6 Pound Burrito. He is a gaming YouTube channel, so you guys should check him out. Where does my inspiration come from? I would have to say inspiration comes from, you know, when I get on YouTube and I go and look at other YouTubers that are doing the types of things that I want to do, whether it be photography or videos about gaming or vlogs, stuff like that. I mean, I just find a lot of inspiration when I'm watching stuff like that. It's kind of something that I've always enjoyed doing the editing behind and stuff like that, so kind of something that I wanted to get into. What do I enjoy most about being a YouTuber? Probably the community that it brings, the people that I get to meet along the way and everything. It's just a really neat experience meeting the people that do it and being able to talk to them, so that's probably what I'd enjoy most. What made you want to get into the automotive field? A little background to that question. I'm a service advisor at a Chevrolet and Buick dealership. What really made me want to get into the automotive field? Nothing really specific that I absolutely had to be in the field. It's just something that kind of, the opportunity presented itself, and, you know, I jumped on it and worked my way up, started in detail, cleaning cars, and every now and then got to drive nice vehicles, so that was always a little interesting. Being 19 years old or 20 years old and being able to get into, you know, a brand new Corvette or something was always a really cool experience. Then worked my way up to being a service advisor, which I enjoyed the technology aspect behind it, and being able to deal with the customers was great. Making rapport with customers was something I really enjoyed. But as far as automotive goes, I'd say that the most interesting thing for me was definitely being able to keep up with the technology and learning the training behind all the technology stuff, as far as the MyLink system and Buick IntelliLink, stuff like that was always really interesting to me. This question is Empire or Republic, so I'll probably have to start off saying, spoiler alert, Han's dead, and we're not going to be seeing much of Princess Leia anymore, so I really don't know who I've got to root for as far as Republic goes, so I'm probably going to have to say Empire. This question is a pretty deep question. It's what's your real why? I sat down and I saw this question and I immediately knew that I was going to have a hard time answering it. My real why would have to be, come the day that I end up leaving this earth, I want to basically know that I'm leaving behind a life for those that I got to come in contact, that it's going to be more than just them being content. I want to be able to know that the people that I've come in contact with that were close to me, or people that I've met, you know, they're able to take away something that's more than just, you know, monetary, something, you know, they can take away the knowledge or being able to talk to them and, you know, learn something about them, or they can learn something about themselves. You know, if I'm able to bring that to them, that's something that really drives me as far as, you know, what makes me want to get up and go do stuff during the day. I'd have to say that that's probably leaving behind not just money, but kind of a legacy in the way of how you're known would be important to me. Okay. What is your perspective on people who are undeniably tone deaf while others naturally have music run through their veins and understand it? I would say, as far as being tone deaf goes, I mean, unless you have a physical hearing disability or something like that, I don't know if I necessarily believe in being tone deaf. I mean, there's definitely people that are very gifted as far as, you know, writing and creating music. But as far as just being tone deaf, I think that's more or less of if you can find something that really drives you emotionally, you have to build that kind of emotional relationship with the music, whether it be your current situation, if it relates to that, you know, lyrics, or as far as the melody goes, if it drives your emotional standpoint, then that's kind of where you start learning yourself. It's kind of about knowing yourself, and as far as creating the music goes, there's definitely people that are talented and can do it. You know, they can wake up and have a new lyric in their head or something like that. It just comes to them. But then, I mean, it's not impossible for somebody that isn't gifted like that to be able to sit down and think of something, you know, as far as what kind of a melody they want to write today, or what kind of lyrics they want to write. Both people can be successful. It's just one has to get up and work harder than the other. So, I mean, that's kind of paraphrasing Gary Vaynerchuk in a way, but definitely both people can be successful. So as far as just being tone deaf, I think that's kind of an excuse, or people just lack the passion to be able to go out and do music as far as writing or creating, or however that, whatever you want to call it. Between photography, cooking, playing / listening to music, slaying on the Xbox One, what is your biggest passion and why? I'd have to say that really none of those things are the biggest passion for me. What really gets me in my zone or gets me going would be just being able to sit down with one or a few people and having a really in-depth conversation with them, to where you just get talking, and people, you can see them getting worked up or passionate about it, not necessarily angry or anything like that, but once they start to, you can see their passion. Being able to know that on a mental note you can connect with somebody in that way, that you're on a deeper level of thinking, that really kind of makes me take a step back and look at the whole situation, and really that's something that I enjoy, being able to get into a really deep conversation with somebody, and I can, you know, ask a question and take something away from that situation that's going to better me in my future. So that's in a way I'd say the knowledge from the deep conversations is really something that I'm passionate about, and being able to strive to get to have that kind of a conversation with something or someone is what I really enjoy doing. What is your biggest influence on your life and why? I would have to say my biggest influence would have to be like-minded people that are around me. You know, whether it be me looking up another YouTuber at the time, you know, somebody that does vlogs, somebody that I enjoy watching like that, or it could be somebody that's, you know, just doing the same things that I'm doing, you know, as far as what influences me in my job, you know, looking at another service advisor. I worked with another guy, and he really influenced me to be kind of better at what I do. Just being able to take away things like that from the like-minded people around me are probably going to always be my biggest influence. You know, if you're searching for a mentor in finance or business or something like that, then that should be, you know, a good influence. Basically, look at people that have what you want, or that are striving to get what you want, and learning from those people are what I feel is going to be the best influence for you. If you go out, you know, asking somebody that's had a terrible relationship and thinks love is a sham, then if you're looking to have a good relationship with somebody, I don't think you should really let that person influence you, unless they're going to give you constructive criticism on what works and what doesn't work. But if they're just going to tell you that it's not going to work for you, and, you know, throw a bunch of crap in your face, then that person shouldn't influence your life. It should be the person that's having a great relationship with somebody that's had a long relationship that you should go to and that influence your life. If you could have one superpower, what would it be? this is a tough question because there's tons of superpowers and there's tons of bogus stuff, and there's also tons of crappy things that would happen when you had superpowers. I mean, I've watched the shows, I know what happens. I probably have to say that I would want mind control, and not just to be able to get whatever I want out of people or anything like that, but in the side of I've always been interested in psychology and how that works, and to see the way people treat themselves and the way that, you know, self-conscious people are, and just to be able to show people how a situation is by altering their mindset is something that's always really intrigued me. So if you were to be able to help people using a superpower like mind control, to be able to go in and show them what a good reason to do something that betters themselves is, then that would be super awesome to take away from the day. The amount of people you could help by using a superpower like that would be awesome. Lost here, sorry about that. What has influenced you the most in your photography, and have you done a lot of research, or does it just come naturally to you? My biggest influence in photography is probably just the nature, as far as whether it be literally outdoor nature, the things around you, being able to take an image and basically frame it the way you see it, or the way you want to see it, and just take that, cut it out of the world, and just everything in the external world, be able to remove that out of the field of view, so that way when somebody is looking at your picture, they are seeing that one piece of basically what you're portraying, and to be able to tell a story and drive emotion behind that one piece without all that external stuff that's going on, that, you know, be able to take somebody out of the real world situation and put them into this one picture, whether it be, you know, outside nature or in a busy town or something like that. That's something that has always amazed me, as far as driving people's emotions with just an image, basically telling a story and creating all these words going through people's head, or thoughts going through people's heads, just by looking at an image is something super powerful. As far as research on it, I mean, I took a few art classes and a photography class in high school, and now I still, you know, just about every week I watch a few videos on how to better my photography, as far as just, you know, whether it be the photo editing of it, or just the setting up a scene or something like that. Plenty of things that you can obviously research to better it. And I would also say being able to look at somebody else's photography and see the neat aspects that they've added in, or that they've taken away, or the way they frame their shots, certain things like that, that always intrigues me. So then you can take that and kind of replicate that through your own work and create your own image out of it. So that's definitely something that I've always looked into and wanted to keep studying, just to better myself as a photographer. So definitely interesting stuff. What was your biggest highlight on YouTube thus far in terms of the time you miss most? I would definitely have to say, and this is coming from somebody that I used to do video editing with, or another peer of mine when I was video editing a couple years ago. I would definitely have to say the communities that the people you would meet through YouTube, or through Xbox, or whatever it was, PlayStation, you know, whatever game you're playing. The people you would meet, the like-minded people that were in the same situation, trying to do the same stuff, always having great conversations and just a lot of fun times with those people. That was always something that I really enjoyed, and I'm fortunate enough to have a few of those people that I still get to talk to through social media and stuff. So it's definitely something, or a big part of the reason why I'm doing YouTube again, is to, you know, build in a community and be able to talk to people like that, because it's always something that just it warms your heart, being able to talk to people that are doing the same thing that you're doing, people that are killing it, people that are just starting, you know. All these types of people always have amazing info, and there's some really great people you meet through it. So it's definitely something that I've missed a lot when it comes to when I took kind of a hiatus, as far as going from just editing montages and stuff like that on YouTube to kind of what I'm doing on this channel. The final question, which I'm surprised I'm even putting it in the video. How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? Thanks for that. Let's see. How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? Well, you know what? Fuck it. We're gonna find it out. A group of engineering students from Purdue University reported that its licking machine, modeled after a human tongue, took an average of 364 licks to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop. 20 of the group's volunteers assumed the licking challenge unassisted by machinery and averaged 252 licks to each center. So there you go. Now you know the answer. You gotta stop watching commercials where they tell you 1, 2, 3 and you're done, because it's not that simple. Frickin' Google it. It's on Tootsie.com, so you know it's going to be down in the description below. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching the video. Thank you so much for the support, and for those who sent me questions on social media. I appreciate it. It's amazing that I can call on you people to help me out, and you guys are right there behind me. And for those of you watching this video, of course, thank you so much for supporting the channel. Let me know if you guys like this type of video. I could make it into a series where I do this, you know, once a month or something like that. Other than that, you guys have an amazing time. Be safe during the new year coming up. Actually, by the time you're seeing this video, it's probably already a new year, so I hope everyone is good and nobody died. You know, if you're 21 or older, you know, be safe drinking. Don't drive and drink. That's stupid. You'll get yourself hurt. But yeah, thank you guys so much and have an amazing day.